Normally, when we talk about spirituality, people will be thinking of so many gurus, so many scriptures, so many belief, so many temples, so many churches, so many mosques, like that. Everything is related with that. Spiritual tourism, spiritual classes, discourses, visiting sacred places, and pilgrimage. All these things normally people are thinking it's all relating with spirituality. But actually, these are all things are just relating with the spirituality or relating with a person to attain the spiritual level within himself. So, what you have to attain with the spiritual within yourself is that is actually the true calmness and unconditional happiness. To attain this, what is actually required? You have to experience the calmness within yourself. So when you are able to experience calmness within yourself, that is actually the true nature of an individual. So when we talk about an individual, who is an individual? This individual is supposed to be the soul of a person. The soul of a person, it is not Atma, it is the soul of a person, is actually, that is the thing what actually make a human being as a human being. When a person have a soul, that is what is the true nature of a soul? The true nature of a soul is happiness and calmness. So there are various reasons why soul is not experiencing happiness, because they are actually relating with everything in the materialistic way. When you relate everything in the materialistic way, you will not be able to experience unconditional happiness and calmness. So, in true spirituality, there is only two components. One is the self, that is the individual, or we can say it is the soul. And the next one is the supreme reality, the supreme soul, and the relation between the supreme soul and the individual self. This to re-establish the connection between these two. Because why it is difficult to establish the connection between the supreme and the self? Because there may be various blockages, which we call it as the karmic bondages. We call it as karma dosham in our language. It is karmic bondages. So far these karmic bondages are blocking the connection between the supreme and the self, then he will not be able to experience unconditional happiness and unconditional calmness. So in true spirituality, knowing thyself, for that what you have to do? First you have to experience yourself. So how to experience yourself? For that we may be we may be teaching a person three things. One is actually the meditation, and another one is chanting certain mantras, or the third thing is the fire rituals. These are the three things which normally we teach or we train the people to experience unconditional happiness and calmness. So the meditation normally will help a person to focus properly on issues, and the mantra will empower the self, to empower the energy body. And again the fire ritual, the fire ritual is actually able to cleanse an individual's energy body. So there are our body, everything in the universe is made of 5 elements. We call it as Panchabhutas. In Panchabhuta, there are earth is there, air is there, water is there, then fire is there, then ether is there. So in that, the most important one is the fire. Why fire is the most important one among the Panchabhuta? Because the fire cannot be contaminated by any means. But whereas all other elements can be contaminated. When they come in contact with a bad material, that themselves, suppose you wash some filthy thing with the water get contaminated. Same way air also get contaminated. But whereas water will not be contaminated, whereas fire will not be contaminated by any means. So that's why the fire is having a more important position among the 5 elements. So that is why the homas or yagas are helping. When we do the homa or a yagam, that is by burning very sacred herbs. There are so many herbs we will be using to make the fire, so that the atmosphere will be so much energized with the fire, because it is medicated, we can say. The air will be purified, the earth will be purified, the water will be purified. When people inhale the air of that area, the body also get purified, and the water they drink in that particular area, that also will cleanse the body. And the food what we eat from that environment, that also will cleanse our body. And when we sit and meditate in an atmosphere where yagam or homam is happening, so further it will be helping a person to realize himself. So that first thing, he has to experience himself. What is the true nature of an individual? That is actually experiencing calmness and experiencing unconditional happiness within the individual. When you are able to experience that, then only you will be able to impart that happiness to your family, that happiness to the environment, that happiness to all other living beings. So you will become an ideal human being. You will become a human being perfectly, and you will be contributing many things for your people, and you will be able to establish the righteous living way among the people. So ultimately the earth will be very good for living for the upcoming generation also. So that it is the duty of every individual to experience calmness and happiness within yourself unconditionally. Thank you so much.